Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. We're going to talk about Solana today and why you might need it in your portfolio. And this has more to do than just Sam Bankman-Fried buying yet another stadium to name. Eventually, all the sports are just going to be FTX sponsored, whether it's MLB, NFL, or anything else. It's just going to have like FTX everywhere. Like when I watch LCS, League of Legends, it's just like FTX gold advantage. When you go to the Miami Heat Stadium, it's going to be like FTX scoreboard. Everything is FTX, and eventually that will bleed into Solana because it's run by the same person, obviously. But anyways, institutional inflows into Solana were the greatest out of any altcoin. Cardano was second, but institutional money into Solana was the greatest in the last time period. And just the 5 days between August 15th and August 20th, we saw an inflow of $7 million into Solana by institutional investment, not by retail investors, which is why the price didn't increase all that much during that period, but of institutional investors. Now, Solana's price has actually doubled essentially since last month, so it's not like slacking or anything. But institutional investors are betting pretty big on Sam Bankman-Fried and Solana. He's obviously rich. He might be young, but they're seeing the moves he's making in terms of branding, in terms of partnerships, and they're seeing the moves he's making with FTX and how that will actually carry over into Solana, how he's buying the naming rights on a lot of like popular stadiums, popular sports teams, and even esports. He's making inroads into all these areas, and they're seeing that FTX exchange is going to rise up, and the rest of Solana, Serum, Kin will actually rise up more. So the thing is, like, Solana, I think, is a great to buy. Obviously, FTX is actually like still in first place among those things, and then Solana. If you want the really super high ROIs, you would actually buy Kin, but remember that does have a risk. That will actually have a place in the Solana ecosystem. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to be used right now, but that can make for massive gains on Kin coin. So I actually have a bunch of Kin. I am really looking into buying Solana because I do think that's available on US exchanges. FTT, I'm kind of looking at that as well. I think Solana being top 10 already, even though the potential is really high. The thing about Solana, the potential is really high, but it's not going to be as high as something like Serum or something like Kin. So if you are willing to take the risk on those things, I would buy those. But Solana is a very solid investment. I think it should actually pass up DOT pretty soon, just because of all the moves Sam Bankman-Fried is doing. Yes, DOT's going to have their parachain auction, but think about it this way. Like, they're going to have their parachain auction, but Solana is already ready to go. It can handle tens of thousands of transactions per second. It's already got a DEX running. And it's already got it's had projects on the chain for quite a while. Plus, Sam Bankman-Fried is moving to have all these branding things with his empire, and that's going to benefit Solana a lot in the long run. It's not only FTT that's going to be benefited; it's going to be Solana and all these ecosystem coins as well. And the ecosystem for Solana is actually growing. So this is just like from Cointelegraph. This is basically like a shout of institutional interest, a shout of institutional confidence in Solana. And basically, like, it accounted for one third of all crypto inflows into crypto investment this in the last week. Now, it's only 1 week, maybe like it's only like a weekly thing, but just another coin besides Bitcoin and Ethereum or Cardano that actually has investments into it is a very big deal. And the fact that it actually had more than Cardano investments right before Goguen, and Cardano was second, essentially means that like a lot of people are looking at it, and a lot of big institutional investors are actually looking at it. So that's a big deal for Solana. It is getting on more exchanges as well. So, and there's actually outflow from Bitcoin, outflow for Binance Coin, obviously, because Binance is having some trouble. But they are looking at they're looking at weekly flows, MTD flows, year-to-date flows, 9 million, 11 million. So in the last week, basically, like, a lot of institutional investors basically jumped into Solana, and it could be primed for a run sooner or later. I mean, it's already running, but it could be primed for a bigger run, maybe even making its way into the top 5 sometime. So that's why I think Solana is a great investment. I don't have any Solana myself right now. I think I am looking to buy, or I might just like hold on to the Kin. I'm not really sure, but the institutional investors are coming into this coin, and I think they're going to make it go up quite a lot. So that is the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.